I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna fuck him in the living room while he's chewing home or making him eat it with my period on. I'm trying to figure that out. You know, it's 9:30 somewhere, 9:17.
You don't get time to get fucked in the living room.
I probably fuck him in the living room.
You don't get time to get fucked.
I probably fuck him in the living room.
You don't get time.
Why is chewing home? I'm making eat it while my period on. Cause I'm a nasty hoe. No, you got to get real deep in the spirit. Like, cause I'm a nasty hoe. Cause I'm a nasty hoe.
That's how you feel,
Hey, good afternoon, good morning. Hey, y'all.
Oh my God.
Are y'all able to hear us out there in the cyberland? Can y'all hear us in the land? Oh, across the land.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
Hey, y'all. I probably walk him in the living room. Don't get it twisted. Now, you way out of the shot. Don't get it twisted, bitch, because my eye is a little despair right now. I probably walk him. It's a little despair.
No, see, in the living room?
In the living room, yeah. I probably fuck him in the living room.
What note is it?
It's many notes, you know. It's one of those living room, yeah.
Because you sound like it was gospel. Like it sound like a bit of gospel soul and R&B all in there.
I probably fuck him in the living room. What's up, everybody? Y'all can hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear the girls? Because the girls got something to talk about this morning. The gays.
Can you say that? Can you say in the living room?
I probably fucking in the living room. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Y'all know it's still morning somewhere, bitch. It's 9:30 somewhere, bitch. Believe it. If you don't know it's 9:30 somewhere or 9:15 somewhere, it's in the morning time, baby. You hear me? It's morning. And we slept the night away. It happened. And we can't turn back the hands of time. You get what I'm saying? We can't turn back the hands. It doesn't happen. Y'all already know when it happened. It happens in the morning. You know, yes.
It happens in the morning. It happens in the morning in the living room.
In the living room, yeah. That's where it happened. It happens in the morning in the living room, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing about the things of the situation.
What's the tea wrong?
Okay.
What's wrong, baby?
Y'all, I'm really disturbed. Chichi, they said you look bait. They said you look bait this morning.
Who said that?
Yes.
I don't look bait, babe.
They say you look bait. You know, they say you look bait this morning, honey.
What's bait?
They hide in a gallon of gas during that Bush administration.
I ain't do nothing, baby. I don't
say you look bait, girl.
Baby, I don't
Before we start out our morning show in the afternoon, girl, let's give a shout out to our members. Listen, members, well, Chi-Chi's going to kind of see that because my eye.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and explain. I've had a procedure done to my eye. I'm going to post it down there in the comment section, girl, what the procedure was that had transpired with my eye.
Procedure?
Girl, girl, listen, ain't no train done knock the shit out of me. Girl, I ain't got beat by no man. None of the things have transpired, girl. So I don't need y'all to think that none of the things. I need you, Chi-Chi, this morning to go through and I need you to highlight the members.
Highlight the
new members this morning. Let the people come on in because we about to have a real deeply heated discussion this morning.
Hey, Suzanne Carlio.
Yes, all the members are members. We make sure we shout out our members and stuff like that. Moderators, if you out there, I'm going to need y'all to get ready because this is going to be one of those conversations this morning where the girls are going to be upset. They're going to be upset. They're going to be angry. I'm going to keep vulgarities down to a bare minimum. But I don't know if I may not cuss, but I'm going to try to keep the vulgarities down to a bare minimum.
Hey, Willie and Cooper. How are you, baby?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead on and send this and this over to my girl, and we're gonna talk about.
Thanks, Billy.
We're gonna talk about these things this morning. Here we go. Hope. Okay.
Hey, Maria J. Alexander.
All right. So y'all already know I stays on motherfucking I stays on a bitch ass when it comes down to the shit that I find real dumb, ignorant, and stupid.
Hey, Brian Jones.
Yes, Brian Jones, what's up? Good morning, baby. Now my patch on my eye, I may see the shit wrong, but y'all give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second now.
Hey, Marcus Smith. Hey, Zillet. Hey, Poetic Justice.
Yes, that's our girl. True Diva, what's up?
Hey, True Diva.
Yes. All right. All right, so let's go ahead on and get started. Y'all better love me now.
Girls one.
Y'all better love me now, because y'all finna hate me in a few seconds.
Hey, Jasmine Divine.
Because I feel like this is a discussion that we need to have. All right.
Hey, Randy Milan.
Man.
Where he been? Royalty Forever. Hey, baby.
Let me add this.
Shayla.
Okay,
I did. Royalty Forever.
Miss
Miss Kitty. Kiki. Sorry, y'all. We got this shit going too fast.
It's going fast.
Joy, Amore.
Now listen, I know there's a set of hoes out there that like to watch my views. They like to really watch my views. Okay. Ho, if you watching, bitch, I stream on I stream on Twitter, Facebook, 2 YouTubes, 2 Facebook pages. Bitch, my views is spread out all the way, all over, bitch. So hoes that like to sit up and count my numbers, bitch, count them numbers at the end. When the numbers is done, bitch, and you see all those thousands of views that the video done did in less than 24 hours, bitch. You can't compete when you don't compare. That's just how that works. And I ain't finna say no more about it. I'm done with it. Bitch, don't watch my views, bitch. Watch yours. All right.
Message, ho.
That's it. View watching ass bitches. Okay, let me see here. Let me add this.
Hey, Sandra Brownie. Sandra Brown. I'm sorry.
All right. All right.
Freshelle Jones.
All right. Here we go. Let me see this shit.
Go ahead, girl. You can see.
I can get where it's gonna get, bitch. They call me the Apache Chief this morning, bitch, because I'm about to be on your engine ass. All right. So yesterday or last night, the middle of the night, however it go, there was a lot of things going on. Okay. So let me move this out the way. Let me see. That's right. That's right. What I said, watch your views, bitch. Don't watch mine. Mine good over here. But back to this right here. Just started out. Y'all know where I'm going with it this morning.
My God.
Boom.
Her again.
Boom. I want y'all to let this marinate in y'all cup because I'm about to cue up the conversation so we can hear him say it out of his mouth, out of his mouth. I probably look at me in the living room.
But bitch, what note is that? Cause it sounds like it's like I told you, it's gospel and everything in there.
Okay, it ain't playing through this. All right, so let me connect it so it play through this Bluetooth. Let me turn on the Bluetooth. I'm probably looking in the living room. All right, there we go. We got it. We got the sound. All right, so y'all know we finna discuss. It's the morning show. It's the morning show. So this morning we gonna discuss some things.
She just need to go back to jail, back to prison.
I'm telling you, when that man
we talked about
it. It's just all. Yes, BOOSIE is facing backlash for saying he hired a grown ass woman to take his 13-year-old son's virginity. I want y'all to read this clear because I'm watching y'all comments. I need to see y'all people out there. I need to see all y'all people out there who want to say, but you know, let a man be a man.
Let a who?
I need to see y'all out there say, let a man be a man. Come on, man. Let a man be a man. You know what I'm saying? We as mans got to have these boys. We got to make sure these boys grow up to be boys. Because we ain't finna do that up in here, man. Let a man be a man. Hey, man. hey, man. Wipe me down, man. Wipe me down. And I really loved it at one point. ED loved it. BOOSIE music at one point. And see, this is the thing. I always get caught up with liking the artist and should just like the song and not the motherfucking artist.
Hey, Rachel Scarlett.
Rachel, thank you, baby. I always get caught up in liking the damn song and the artist. I just need to like the song and fuck the artist. This is the second time that I done like the fucking artist and the song at the same time. When the artist really don't got to be there, the song could be there, but the artist is trash. So I want to put this back up here now, and then I'm gonna post something else. I'm finna play the video in the background. Open your ears, close your ass, open your ears.
Ain't finna get my son no motherfucking shit out here. I'm training them boys right. Ask in my nephew. Ask in them. Ask my son. Yeah. They 12, 13. They got hit. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hell yeah, I got my fucking son dick sucked. You fucking right. Yes, a grown woman. Grown, super grown. Super grown. Checked his ass out. Checked all my nephews out. Super grown. Is she grown? She checked me out. I know what the fuck she did to him. She checked me out, that bitch. I'm getting them prepared, man.
Man.
Ain't finna get my son no motherfucker.
What you getting prepared for, BOOSIE?
Not to be gay murder.
BOOSIE, what you getting prepared? So the same lady, so all y'all niggas laid back and let the one girl, the grown ass lady, suck your dick, suck your son dick, suck your nephew dick, all in the same day. Because I'm sure it wasn't no little girl in their age bracket that sucked your dick, because then it'd have been a problem. If the girl was young, if they was your son, your 12-year-old, 13-year-old son age, and she came through there and sucked their dick and yours, then it would have been a problem. Like, the shit's so confusing to me. BOOSIE is just so confusing to me. It's just, I really used to live.
It's when he was in jail. And he seen another man grab the other man.
I'm telling y'all, I keep telling y'all this. When BOOSIE was in prison and he seen that man,
he got an erection.
Grabbed that other man's, when that man grabbed that man's ankle and went down on that other, and he say that man slammed his ass down on that man's pelvis and started. That traumatized BOOSIE.
And he got an erection.
Of course.
He was over there and he scrolled.
Of course, because
he ejaculated to it.
It's two men fucking.
And like
two hard core men in the prison fucking. I'm gonna get hard too.
Me three.
Right. So it was two men. Two men. Hey man.
How you spell man?
M-A-Y-N-E, man. Hey man. Grab the ankles.
He was just
but it was no. See, we doing the right vowels, but we just not making the right sound.
Bruh. Fuck me, nigga.
Ooh, bruh.
Oh yeah, fuck me, bruh. Bruh. Get this ass, bruh. Bruh.
All right. So I got my girlfriend on the line today. Craig on here too. Craig, where you went at?
Craig said he had the,
I got my girlfriend on the line today, and we're gonna talk about some stuff. We just gonna talk about it. It's gonna be unadulterated conversation. It's gonna be real, loud, live, and in color. Oh yeah, and I had the thing before y'all start talking about my patch. I had a procedure done on my eye.
Hysterectomy.
On my eye, right?
Ain't it hysterectomy?
Yeah.
She had the hysterectomy.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm gonna bring my girl Hope on. Hope Giselle. Hope is an activist. She's an author. She's a makeup artist, honey. She's an all-around entrepreneur. And I'm gonna talk with Hope about these things this morning, and we just gonna talk about it. We possibly gonna make some of you think. I'm gonna try my best not to be vulgar in the situation because Boosie is craziness. Hold on, but wait, before I do that, hold on. I want y'all to see this in comparison. Now, Boosie had a big old problem with the way the Wayne Wades them raised their children. Had a big problem by letting Zara, okay, but Zara wasn't meant to be molesting nobody. You get what? People can't handle the Wayne and Gabrielle allowing their child to live out loud, but are completely fine with Boosie's stupid ass getting down. Getting grown women to molest his underage kids and him now. Let's talk about it. Hope you're ready.
Hope said she ready, baby. Come through.
Hey, Hope.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. Agitated, but I'm good.
Hey, beautiful.
Hope you look real good this morning. You look real good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your auntie ain't in the best of positions this morning right now. I had a little eye surgery on me, little eye stuff going on, but I'm still here by the grace.
Thank you.
And I want to talk about it. Let's just get down to the nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty is I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him, and I'm sick of men like him. I'm sick of the community making excuses for Boosie. Boosie has showed y'all who he was since the time he got out. Boosie has showed y'all time and time and time again who he is, who he gonna be, what he gonna be like, and what it's gonna be for him. And to be perfectly honest, like I've been telling y'all a long time ago, something, like you said, Maddie, something in that prison happened, and I don't believe that it was just what he saw. I believe it's what happened to him. Let's be real. Boosie is what, all of 5'3", and he sounds like a queen. I'm surprised he get as much respect as he do in the rap industry when you say, my name is Bad Ann, I came to punish. Who the fuck, like, if you in prison, you know how many niggas is just off the strength of your voice and your height alone. You can't tell me somebody ain't ran through that man. He done been traumatized, and he done came back onto the streets with a vengeance. He has an issue, and Boosie need therapy. Boosie need therapy.
Go ahead, Chi.
I just feel like he probably, okay, if he ain't fucked nobody in jail, he probably got his meat sucked by a queen in jail.
So this is my thing, right? To be that aggressive towards everything LBGT, something wrong. And I talked about this on my show with Lonnie B the other day when I talked about that girl knocking the shit out of that boy for doing that Meg Thee Stallion challenge. And when I said on that, people not listening to me, but they end up going down the line listening to shit when it come to their front door. You understand what I'm saying, Ho?
Definitely.
Now, you ain't gonna never be able to beat the gay out of no children. You do know that.
Ever.
You know when you be knocking them kids, and you ain't gonna ever be able to fuck the gay out of the children. You get what I'm saying?
Ever.
And I'm just gonna put an example out there. When you tell the children that they can't have no candy, and you put the candy dish so far up there on the shelf, them kids gonna grow up and go in that candy dish. Because they gonna want to know what the fuck this was. And see, this the problem. The more y'all be talking that shit about, we don't want to see no gays on the TV, we don't want to see no gays on the cartoon. They gonna run into it. You ain't gonna be able to stop it. For me, I'm not trying to put, or push, like, like some people like to say, we try to push
the agenda.
Push the agenda. I'm just telling you, you can't motherfucking
get it out. Get it out.
You ain't gonna be able to keep the shit from the people. You're not gonna be able to keep it from the kids. The kids gonna find out one way or the other. And the best way to do is to educate your children. You need to educate your children on it. And demonizing, right? Something that you don't understand only piques curiosity. If you truly don't want your sons and shit involved in that shit, you feel what I'm saying, or this and the other, by having a woman come in and molest, because that was a child molestation.
Right. Message.
Because if she old enough to suck your dick, because according to him, she topped him off and
then the nephews and the son.
Now this according to him.
Right.
Everything ain't for social media. You're supposed to keep that shit. If you're running a whorehouse with children and you subjecting your children to abuse like that, because that's abuse. If you subjecting your children to abuse like that, okay, that ain't for you to run the Instagram and stuff like that, because everybody in the world, yes, you's an ignorant motherfucker, and it's ignorant motherfuckers like you, but everybody in the world ain't ignorant in the motherfucker. And you push it out there, you make people think, and then you open your mouth on the Instagram and you tell the children, she taught me off and I'm awesome. So when the CPS people come over there, the Child Protective Services run their ass over there to the house and they ask them, how old was that 37-year-old, 39-year-old woman that came through there and sucked your dick? How old was you when it happened? 14. Let me add Craig on here, and then I'm gonna open up the lines. I want to hear what the people got to say, because it's some ignorant motherfuckers out there, ho.
Child. And I'm waiting.
Hey, Craig.
What's
hey,
up,
Craig.
Hi, ho. Hey, Kiki. What's up, everybody?
So, Craig, what's your input about the situation?
Okay, so my immediate reaction is this is no different than what we saw with R. Kelly, right? Now, BOOSIE is not the perpetrator, but he's facilitating it. I think that he needs to be in jail. The woman who he got to suck the dick needs to be in jail. Where is the little boy's mama, grandmama, somebody? Like, where are the matriarchs in this family? Because when we hear black folks talking about homosexuality is what's killing the black family, but this is the kind of ignorance that's tearing down the black community.
Black family, correct.
He's teaching that little boy, and I've said this before, I think that men cheat because they pay attention to the men in their lives. And so, like, the fact that his father is teaching him this at a young age, forget the fact that if he is gay, that he's creating internalized homophobia in this little boy. But he's teaching him that this is how men behave. And so he's going to carry this behavior on. And then one of you women or one of your daughters is going to date this man 10, 15, this little boy 10, 15 years from now. And that dysfunction is going to show up in the relationship.
Because obviously it's showing up in BOOSIE.
Clearly.
But
So this is generational thing. This is generational. His uncle or daddy did it to him, so he doing it to his boys, because they gotta make sure you're doing this shit because you don't want the boy to be a fade. If he gonna be a fade, he gonna be a fade. When you be trying to beat it out of them, you create woman beaters, you create murderers, you create people. You got these people with internalized hate for themselves. I hate myself so much because I was not even allowed to explore a thought that I had in my brain, because everybody wanted the best out of me, or they wanted it to get sucked out of me, and that ain't really where I wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the problem is you still have so many women, right? And you have so many men in the Black community that have Black daughters, that are Black women, wives, aunts, and aunties that are still supporting this music, right? So when we see the comments, when we're going through the comments, when we're looking at the shade room, when we're looking at all of these different places that are posting it, you have women, you have Black women that are standing up and saying, well, I would rather this. It's kind of like that post that goes viral every single year at some point when we see the thing that says, would you rather your son be a savage or would you rather them be gay? And there is a large number of people in the Black community that say they would rather a savage than to have their child be gay. And to me, it's just like Boosie is one of those people that have fallen victim to the idea of savagery being better than being a homosexual. And when we talk about the music that Boosie puts out, and when we talk about the demographic of people, that's when I think we get into Craig's argument where we're thinking, where a lot of people like to sit back and say, well, LGBT people are breaking down the Black community. But when you think about it, the Black men that promote the type of music that Boosie sings on a regular basis, and all of the stuff and all of the themes that are in that music are part of the reason why the Black community is not sustainable. Going to jail, in and out of jail, giving kids to this lady, that lady, and the third lady, and then going to prison where you can't take care of them is not a sustainable future for the Black community. Gays are not the problem. Black heterosexual men who have toxic masculinity issues are the problem.
And to your point, Hope, I've said this before. I've begged the question, who cries for little Black boys? But I've begged the question, who cries for little Black gay boys? But in this instance, who's going to really advocate for this little boy? Because when we think about, at least I don't know about anybody else, but when I think about rape and sexual abuse, I always think about little girls being the victim of that, but little boys are often the victim too. And who's to say this little boy didn't experience some sort of a trauma? Can you imagine some grown-ass woman sucking your dick and you 12 or 13 or whatever? You know, at that age, you don't even like to get undressed in front of your parents anymore because you start to develop your pubic hair and, you know, that kind of thing. You don't even want your parents to see you, let alone some strange woman. Like, that is absolutely insane. And so now he's put it out on social media. They need to actually go and investigate this, and his ass need to be locked up.
I second the motion.
I third the motion.
I second the motion because it's just you get to an over it point where you have these people who, the reason why people are constantly ignorant because they have ignorant avatars that keeps them in. That keeps them. You got a person that's the head leader in charge of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Got a whole mob of people behind. Those people need to be made examples of. Those examples need to be made out of those type of people. And they sit back and they always talk about how there is a gay agenda. Bitch, your straight agenda told the Black community up.
And I don't know if you mentioned this before I came on here, but did you mention the whole all of the stuff he had to say about Gabrielle Union and Dwayne?
Yeah,
here it is. Hold on, Craig. There it is. Boom.
You got the nerve to be talking about what somebody else's family is doing with their children, and this is the kind of dysfunction that you are implicating?
Yes, please.
But that's because it's not really about the children, y'all. If y'all want to be real, Boosie does not have Boosie doesn't, like most homophobes and most transphobic Black people, they don't have an issue as it pertains to the children. The children are the scapegoat, just like religion is the scapegoat, right? But now that we're getting loose on religion and we're moving more into spirituality as Black people, they can't lean on that as heavily as they used to. And I think that Boosie's biggest problem is that he is seeing LGBT people do what he has been trying to do for years, which is make it. Boosie is one of those artists that has had a couple of hits and tours off of those songs. But Boosie wants to be a breakout artist again. He wants people to listen to his new shit. And he's sick and tired of having to sing the same old stuff, the same old songs, the same old whatever. But when he tries to drop some new shit, it don't pop the same way. So
kind of like a few people that's online that have turned to bloggers now.
Ooh.
But I don't address people that's beneath me. Go
back to the conversation. I'm sorry.
I mean, there's a hate and there's a disdain in his heart to see people who are LGBT that are making numbers, breaking records on television, getting notoriety, and he feels like he is owed and deserved those things. But rather than working for it and changing up and adjusting himself to fit the image of the kids these days, to fit the image of the men these days, he is trying to hone in and really make this toxic masculinity a thing. It is not going to be a thing, Gretchen. Let it go. Like, really, like it's time for him to evolve or step the fuck back. You know what I'm saying?
And here's what I would say, Hope and Jonathan and Peachy. This is a call to action to Black men.
Correct.
To stand up and to put their foot down and to speak out about this, because in my opinion, Black women have been carrying this country every major issue. Black women and Black gay men have been at the forefront of every major movement in this country. So I don't want to burden Black women with another issue, with another thing to bridle. I think Black men need to step up. Where's T.I.? He always outspoken about everything else. His motherfucking ass need to come out here and say something. You know, and all, the whole community needs to speak.
Well, I'm quite sure, you know, and I'm not being shady, but that might be something that, you know, he may not see nothing wrong in that situation because those are street men. Those are men from the street. You get what I'm saying? But there comes a time when you got to, I said it the other night, break every chain. You got to break the chain because Lonnie B, you know, has stated that, you know, this is the way people are, and that, you know, I don't want, and I'm not misquoting Lonnie. Lonnie said this is the way people are, and you know what I'm saying, I'm not saying it's right, but we can't force. And what I was trying to explain to Lonnie B, which he did understand, was it's not about forcing, it's definitely about educating. Like, sir, do you not see now what if your wife brought a grown-ass man in there to fuck your 12-year-old or 13-year-old daughter, right? You will be outraged at your wife because you feel it's molestation. Either way it goes.
See, either way it goes. Black men tend to think that that sex is a rite of passage for little boys.
Correct.
But it's something that's supposed to be saved and preserved for little girls. And what I'm saying is that little boys should be cherished. Their sexuality should be cherished and valued too.
Me too, Craig.
But they so hell bent. Well, Craig, we got to call a thing a thing. Yeah, they so hell bent on trying not to make these, for the men not to turn out to be gay. If a man is going to turn out to be gay, he's going to be gay. Whether there's two parents in the home, whether there's a single parent in the home, whether he get 1,000 pieces of pussy and one bitch, it don't take but one piece of ass. It don't take but one piece of dick. So if you're gonna be what you're gonna be, if it's in you, it's in you. You ain't gonna beat it out. You're not gonna fuck it out. It ain't gonna
not gonna football it out. None of that. They like Black parents really need to get a grip on the idea. First of all, being gay is not this learned behavior like they try to make it seem. I grew up watching straight people kiss, straight people love on each other, straight television shows, straight sex scenes, and bitch, I still ended up being trans, right?
But Hope, to your point, every time I have this conversation, the shit I listen to made me want to be a motherfucking hoe. Bitch, pop that pussy, let me see you. Bitch, I done said this on plenty lies. Luther Campbell.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
There's only one place that we can go to see freaking hoes doing shows, doing tricks to make us holler on a given night, all for the dollar. Silicone breasts, all on the chest, not like us, but above the rest. These bitches will do anything to turn us on. These hoes got it going on. Big titties and ass aplenty. Bitch, you know you've been had by minutes, so come and be my private dancer. Money, if that's the answer. I really wanna be with you. I get hard after seeing you. Hard like a rock. When you make that coochie pop, pop that pussy. Hey, pop that pussy. Bitch, I wanted my legs were spread wide open and I was stopped. JT, JT said straight what your mama gave you. Trina told me that I don't know now, hoe. Look, Kim said I don't want no dick tonight. Eat my pussy right. You feel what I'm saying? It's just all of these things were in my ear. You know, like
that made you want to be the fish.
I think that those things influence your sexuality. I mean, your not your sexuality in terms of you being trans, But I think it may, of course, music influences us, and this is why I'm very, very protective of how often I listen to really sad songs, because it changes your chi, it changes your well-being, right? But sexuality is instinctive. It's how we're wired. It's not a choice. It's not a decision. That's whether you're trans. That's whether you're gay. That's whether you're bisexual. You don't decide. You don't wake up and decide to be trans. You don't wake up and decide to be gay. And you do wake up and decide to live your truth.
Correct.
Those things.
Correct.
So I think
Correct.
that's the thing, the message, not that just Black people need to get, because it isn't just Black people that think that sexuality is a choice. People need to understand that sexuality is not something that you just decide. And once we can get past that, then we can have the conversation. But this is why I rarely have the conversation with folk about, just like I'm tired of talking to white folks about explaining to them racism. I'm the same. I feel the same way about sexuality with Black folks, because in 2020, if you're still thinking that sexuality is a choice, then there's really probably something wrong with it.
But see, we can never be tired. We can never be tired of that. Like, I love Janet Mock. She is one of my mentors, but I really cringed when she sat on the Breakfast Club and said that she was tired of doing Trans 101. And it makes me cringe when I see people in the LGBT community say, like, I'm tired of doing LGBT 101. Especially in the Black community, if you don't keep drilling, if you don't keep educating, if we don't keep making ourselves available to disseminate the information, then what happens is that people lean on that ignorance and they believe that it's okay. Like my mama told me growing up, you let a bully hit you one time and you don't check their ass at the door, they're gonna come back next time and they're gonna push you. Then the time after that, it's gonna be a jumping. Then the time after that, they're gonna bring a knife and they're gonna slice you. Then the time after that, they're gonna shoot you. And before you know it, you're gonna be non-existent. So you have to check that stuff in the moment, right? So we can't allow our fatigue to become our defeat. And it's not to say that it's a game to be won, but we can't allow the idea that we get tired of disseminating information to stop us from doing so, because it doesn't stop bigots from being bigots. It doesn't stop people from killing Black trans women. It doesn't stop Black boys in the hood from having to hide who they are. It doesn't stop DL men from engaging in risky behavior. It doesn't stop any of those things. Education has to continue, even though it is tiring, Craig. So I want to challenge you on that thought process to just understand that maybe you don't have to be the one to do the work, but we have to keep encouraging these babies to do that.
No, I get you. And to your point, you're right, because we have to be the ones, we have to be the conduit, really. And even if I don't engage in a battle, a word battle, I do try to do that through my work. You know what I mean? Whether it's the podcast, whether it's the work that I'm doing with Madison or through my books, I do try to teach that. But it's so exhausting trying to have these conversations where it just becomes a screaming match and the person digs their feet in the ground because they, but I receive your point.
Correct.
Yeah, and this is what, and I don't want to be, because I'm not dogging Lonnie. Lonnie is, I love Lonnie. Lonnie is just, this is what I was trying to convey. Did you watch the show the other night, Hope?
Yes.
I was trying to convey to Lonnie, like, Lonnie, you have to continue to tell, because he's like, well, Maddie, we're not going to be able to change people. No, we may not be able to change people, but we definitely, by us having platforms and having loud enough voices to speak out and loud enough, hands in a movement, we have to say shit like, girl, don't put your motherfucking hands on that boy because he does stuff like that. Yeah. Don't do that shit. Like, just because 10 years ago it might have happened, you might have got away with it, bitch. Don't put that shit online doing that. Yeah. If you don't want him to be with the gay shit, bitch, talk to him as if to why. Explain to him why, or just talk, or get to know the boy. He might have just been a boy. Just want to, just do that. Talk to the boy.
Follow his sister.
Don't try to smack the boy, punch the boy, and stuff like that. Don't try to talk to your sons, BOOSIE. Don't try to get them to get their dick sucked, because hoes sucking dick, niggas sucking dick too.
Right. What you gonna say? I feel like you were about to say something right there.
Because what I have to say might set a couple of people off, but that's why Madison brought me on here, because she knows this is my subject matter. But I think that what I want to do is I want to hold a lot of gay Black men when we talk about, because I love Lonnie as well, right? But I think that I have to hold space for the gay Black men that are okay with the idea that it's not going to change, because that keeps trade in rotation, right? So my thing is, when we're talking about a lot of the gay men that don't have an issue with this, we're talking about a lot of the gay men who are like, well, if we make everybody comfortable, then there's no more trade. There's no more people to sneak. A lot of folks, even some people in my family, like the idea of my business is not everybody's business. And so if we continue to have men that are being raised the way that BOOSIE is raising his sons, that then become trade, then we can keep that dynamic going. We can keep the DL dynamic going, because gay men are also toxically masculine in that way. And gay men also like men that are raising, you know, people like BOOSIE's sons. They love that idea of holding on to this toxically masculine guy that can't do anything for them in the public. And so to an extent, we have a lot of LGBT people that's on here like, yes, 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 but y'all are the same ones that will, I mean, dig your heels in the dirt to protect DL culture and the toxicity that comes out of that. Some of these boys wouldn't spit on a gay boy if he was on fire and people were around. But these are the men that we protect. And so we have to check ourselves and hold ourselves accountable for, you know, on one hand, hating it, but then on another hand, at 3 o'clock in the morning, gushing and getting ready for it. You know, like there has to be some sort of accountability.
Message.
You know, you said so many things that I had to write down a little notes so I don't forget anything. I'm going to say this to you. When we talk about privilege, we often think about white privilege, right? And we always talk, Black folks or people of color are always talking about white privilege and how white folks use their privilege to, you know, make it comfortable for the rest of us and whatever. But we all have privilege, even down to the trans community. Those of you girls that can pass, you girls who cannot. Then you have privilege when you're talking about gay men who can move through the world without getting battered and beat up. But then you have those that are extremely feminine and they're going to know. You know, everybody's going to know as soon as you see them. And it reminds me of when I used to go to a barbershop over here in Midtown. The majority of the clientele was gay. But every now and then there would be a gay guy that would come through who might wear a woman's coat. He was dressed like he looked like a boy, but he might wear a woman's leather jacket, maybe have on a woman's shoe or whatever. But he was just androgynous. And it would never fail. Whenever that boy would leave out of that barbershop,
they used to talk about him.
They would talk about him. Not just the barbershop, not just the barbers, but the gay clientele would laugh too.
No.
They were able to pass. Now, I never chimed in and made fun of them, but the fact that I sat there and said nothing and did nothing made me complicit. Which leads me to my other point. I have a cousin, and this is why it's important for those of us that identify as LGBTQ to come out of the closet. Because people always say, well, why do I need to come out of the closet? Because you need to be an example. You need to be a demonstration. My cousin.
That part.
My cousin worked with a very feminine gay guy. And he said, Craig, I mean, I love you and I accept you, but it's just something about him. I just can't get with it. You know, he's just so feminine. And I use this as a teaching example. And I said to him, it's important that you are just as kind to him as you are to me, because you wouldn't want somebody else to be, you know, mean to me or whatever, you know. And so I helped him understand that, you know. But if we try to move through the world and pass, and we come from a people that are used to passing in terms of complexion. We've had Black folks that wanted to pass as white. So we come from a history of people wanting to pass as a privilege. But it's important to stand in your truth and be who you are.
May I chime in? May I chime in? This is why I always say, and we're gonna bring it all the way around full circle with everything. This is why I always say I am not a woman, I am a trans woman, because I onto that identity of that's mine. My identity is no, and I tell females, I'm not genetically a female. I'm a trans hyphen woman. I know that I'm not what you are, and I know this, and I'm acknowledging this, and I'm standing on the line of scrimmage with that. Like, bitch, I'm a trans woman. So me and you ain't battling anyway. I'm not jealous of you. I'm not intimidated by you. I'm not angry with you about you being a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Two, we trans women, gay men, and all of the other names they call us, we get into a place, Craig, you and I have this conversation all the time. And I myself have been a victim, and I've also been a persecutor.
Right.
But when you know better, you do better.
Right.
We get into spaces where we feel comfortable. We get into space where we feel comfortable with people slurring, being nasty because we are on the other side. We're in the safe zone.
Correct.
When we really are nowhere ever. We're never in the safe zone.
Right.
We're never in the safe zone. We're never, ever, ever in the safe zone because the moment that they are angry with you or they feel some type of way towards you,
everything.
you are exactly the things that they've been speaking about all this long period of time.
Yep.
And this is why, like I said, I have been a victim of it, and I've also been because I get into a space where, let's be real, you get into a space where you're passable. And you get in, and they talking about Paulson. Just like I gave that story one time, I was in Denny's, and the woman walked in Denny's, and a black woman was in Denny's, and I do have to specify that she's black. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm black, and I was offended by many things. Okay, a white trans came in. Or I don't know if she was trans or whatever. She came in with a black dude. I was in LA. She came in with a black dude, and God, I don't want to say this, but I gotta say it. She was kind of clocky. So the black lady had clocked the girl, and she leaned over to me and she said, "Girl, you see that nigga with that nigga?" With that white man. You see that nigga with that? Listen, you see that nigga with that white man? And I was like, so I looked over there and I just let her talk. I was so angry with her, like the girl. And she said, I should go over there and tell that nigga to stop fucking around with that white man. That's a white man. That's a nigga. What two niggas? Hold on, she's let me get it out if I forget. What do the two niggas got to be doing with each other anyway? So to me, I was like, girl, what do that got to do with you? I said, and for the record, I'm a nigga too, bitch. Whole ass bitch. It just made me angry because it's just like that could have been me. That girl wasn't fucking with nobody. She came in Denny to eat her pancakes with her date. That could have been her date.
Right.
But yes, I could have been very past, and I could have because I have been messy and I have done it before. When they done clock, like, girl, we done been in Daytona Beach, girl, and they done clock the other trans girls, and me and my trans were like, girl, ooh, what happened? Don't beat them up. They don't mean to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking that that's a sickening thing for me to be fishy, you know. But I was also in danger.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I was leaning on a safety, a crutch of me being passable. In this situation, I was not finna lean on that. I done sat next to motherfuckers that done terrorized the community and the culture, and I'm possibly never gonna be forgiven for it. But I felt safe until it became me. Mm-hmm. And then when Ricky was here, when Ricky Vasquez was here, we talked about that situation that transpired with him when he was hanging out in the club and this and the other. He got attacked by those people. When it boiled down to, he felt safe because he was not that gay. You know how they always say, "Well, I don't like them other gays, but I like you."
Right.
You just like
no, you all them other gays too, bitch.
Right.
Correct.
Never that special.
And back to what you were saying, when you said earlier, like the people when you was at the barbershop and the people was in there, they made fun of him as he walked out. Yeah, we need more people just to live in their truth so they can understand that we are. That's what I was saying yesterday on my live there. We all need to stick together in this community. You know what I'm saying? They need to stick loving on each other in order for them to try to show us a little bit of love or try to, like sprinkle a little bit of love in our community because we got so much hate towards each other. Nobody, who else gonna love us? We don't even really love ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we need to spread more love in the community, share more love in the community, and then maybe like this great community, maybe they'll get to, get a little, a little chance to help or, whatever.
It's not always about, and I think this might be where Lonnie was kind of going with this the other day. It's not about them accepting us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about you respecting it, because like I don't care if white folks ever accept me, but you just need to respect me.
Right.
But for me, back to the barbershop situation, that happened when I was in my 20s, and I know this is about evolution too. We don't expect you to come through the door, come out of the closet rather, standing and being firm. And, it's an evolution. You know what I'm saying? That's been a journey for me. Now I will not sit in the barbershop and allow that shit to happen.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not doing those things now, and I'm gonna listen. And I'm not trying to get people to change their views and and the way they feel about gays. Just don't really fuck with me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, don't really fuck with me. And if you fuck with me and I check you about it, fix that shit. And I'm not gonna check you about it like, oh, pussy asshole and da. I'm not gonna check you about it like that. I'm just gonna be like, hey, this, it makes me feel uncomfortable the way that this way, because at any moment I feel like when you walk on the other side of the door with me that I'm all of these things that you despise. So how about we don't even fool with each other? You understand?
I was gonna say, you gotta watch the company that you keep, especially as adults. If there comes a point in your life where you just gotta watch the people that you mess with and you deal accordingly. If I've told somebody 1, 2, 3 times that my pronouns are this, that, and the third, if I've told you this, that, and the third about how I want to be addressed, and you keep disrespecting me, or you disrespect the folks that I love, sis, bruh, it's over. And I think that a lot of LGBT folks and gay folks, we like to get in by getting in with the straight people. We love to be the girl that passes. We love to be the straight, the gay boy that all the girls want to be around, or that all the trade is cool with, because we like the idea of being able to say, I'm not like the rest of you. I'm something different. My branding is a little bit different over here. And that's that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We have to learn how to cut people off when the shit doesn't work for us. When it no longer serves you, the relationship is a dub. The relationship is a dub once it no longer serves you. But then also, I think, to piggyback off of, I believe it was either Chi-Chi or Craig, it's not necessarily about the community needing to love each other, but we need to understand one another.
Yeah, understand.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't understand one another. I don't give a shit if all the LGBT people in the world love me, and think that I'm their sister, right? But it's about understanding the struggle, because we've all been through something similar at some point or another in our life. Like, it's not just trans people that transition. Gay men transition, lesbian women transition. People go through different sorts of transitions throughout their life. And I think that in the LGBT community, there's not enough understanding about just what it means to be a part of this community and support a bitch, right? You ain't gotta like me, you ain't gotta love me, but support my struggle, because you should know my struggle. And if you don't, get to know that, and that's just where I think they missed the mark.
And unfortunately, sometimes we're less patient with each other.
Yes.
Because we come into this community with that baggage. We come from, oftentimes if we're Black people, we come from the Black church, the Black family, Black community. We come into the community with that toxicity, that internalized homophobia, that intolerance of femininity in a boy or in a trans, in a trans girl. It's that thing that we have little patience with, and so we inflict it on each other. And I've said this countless times before. I don't care how many gay prides you've been to. I don't care how many gay relationships you participated in, how many gay friends you have, how many gay clubs you've been to. Just because you participated in gay culture and the gay lifestyle, and that's a lifestyle. Doesn't mean that you've given yourself permission to be who you are.
Hold on, Craig. I'd like to say, since Love Dumb Fox says, I respect the LGBT community. However, I do feel uncomfortable only when I see a TS I can tell is a man or gay men with girl clothes on. I never disrespect them or give them dirty looks, but something in my soul tells me it's wrong. But I have respect for every human. I mind my business. Now, what I will say is that I love Dumb Fox. I love the fact that you do mind your business, because here's the thing, and I'm going to be very transparent. People have came to me and asked me, well, what is Santana? I see Santana got a beard, wear makeup, got nails on, tennis shoes, and a dress. I say, Santana is Santana. Santana is androgynous. Santana does what Santana wants to do. And they're like, well, I don't know if to refer to him as him or her. And I'm like, well, you ask him what to refer refer to him as, or you listen to him tell you what to refer to him as. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't group us, because you can't group gay people under one umbrella. Just because you're gay does not mean you're trans. Just because a gay man has on women's clothing does not automatically make him a trans. Just because a trans person is not as passable as you assume that a trans person is, does not make her not trans. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And once again, I got to go back to two mistakes that I have made by me being passable, like during that whole tranny gate. Remember that whole?
Yeah.
I had to come back and take responsibility for that. I had to come back and say, all right, when I was saying step your pussy up, I did, and I do mean this to the day. You want a bitch to accept you as being a woman and your transition, girl. You can't be out there with stubble all on your motherfucking chin, girl. And I'm just saying, you can't be out there bricking and not really getting into your transition. You can't really be out there and then expect for them to see a woman. You might see a woman in the mirror or whatever, but you step your pussy up, man. Put your shoes on. All right, they calling you a man on Friday, bitch. By Monday or Tuesday, bitch, you better been on 2 3 hormone pills or something to work on your transition. Like, step your pussy game up.
But isn't it also about access and knowledge, though, too?
Right.
But Craig, this is what I'm saying. I had to take responsibility coming back, saying, T.S. Madison, maybe everybody don't have the money that you don't have, or make the money that you done made, or was able to get surgery, or able to dig off into their transition. Like, I had to reevaluate those things. You feel what I'm saying? But what I did say to myself was, there was a point that I was a brick too. Yes, bitch, I was mortar, honey. Georgia Dirt, before I found out which foundation to put on correctly. It was who? Georgia Dirt. Brick and mortar. Building blocks of America, bitch. Bitch, before my arms got slightly soft and all this stuff, before the things happened, I was a rock and concrete. Yes, the whole bag of it. Loose industrial concrete. But I had to step my pussy up. And so I was very much so caught up into the space where I occupy now. Once again, being comfortable. You feel what I'm saying? Getting into a comfortable space. And I think a lot of times that we unknowingly have offended. But when a bitch tap you on your shoulder and be like, girl, tranny may not affect you, because tranny don't. I want a bitch to know today that, bitch, I've cleaned up off the word tranny. Cleaned up. So that don't affect me, but it does affect something. It does affect, our community in a way where you don't want to be called that. You know what I'm saying? And because some words, sometimes tranny was the last words, just like faggot was the last words.
Or nigger.
Who?
Or nigger.
Or nigga was the last words that some people have heard before their life was taken away from them. They were using those ways. So,
I just think as it pertains to your respect should not start and stop at your attraction to a person or your ability to see beauty in that person, right? And oftentimes, especially within the Black community, our respect starts and stops there, right? No matter what the person's orientation is, no matter how their gender identity reflects or shows up in the world, our respect for folks starts and stops with whether or not we think that they are beautiful. And it's just like we've got to take a deep look into what that really says about us, because I think that the thing that jarred me the most about that young lady's comment is not what it said about the trans people that she's seen and clocked and minded her business on, but what does that say about you? Why does it bother you that a man is out with somebody who you can tell, which means that he can probably tell? Like, does that say something about your insecurities that's going unchecked that might, and I think that we don't often do that enough for ourselves, is to say, like, what does this say about me, right? Not about this person, but what does this say about me in this moment? And so
hold on, I think she responded, Hope. She said, I was raised in the church, and sometimes it's hard to unteach what's embedded in your consciousness. However, now we have so many resources to get more information about the LGBT community, such as the internet, social media, and the LGBT community personal testimonies. Respect, the understanding, and an open heart is needed. And I respect you for that, Dom. I respect you for that. And this is why I was so deeply on Lonnie. Like, we have to constantly. We can't just say, well, this is the way it is, and this is the way they raise their children up in their house.
Yes.
But the children need to understand, bitch, when you step outside your house,
you get your ass whooped.
It is a possibility that you can get a hammer put down in your face. It's a possibility that a test dummy can be crashed. Right. You get what I'm saying? It's a possibility that this shit can happen to you because you have brought those teachings that was embedded in you, and you can get your shit split. You can get fucked up. Amen. So don't come out here in this world thinking that what you was taught in your house is the universal code for what goes on.
It's not.
Facts.
But see, to her point, if she's a heterosexual person and she's having a difficult time unteaching herself that, what does she think we're struggling with? It's just difficult for us as LGBTQ people because it's our struggle, if you will. And
our struggle doesn't turn into the deaths and oppression of our own communities. And I think that's the thing that as a community we have to hold cishet people accountable for. When we feel a way or when we don't understand one another, there's just a disagreement. When they don't understand and when they feel a way, there is death, there is oppression, there is systematic oppression with healthcare. There are still 38 states in the United States where you can be fired or let out of your lease simply because your boss finds out that you're trans, LGBT, or if they suspect it. They don't even have to know for real. They can just literally say, I suspect you to be somebody who I don't agree with, and you can be fired. And not enough people know that. And that is a cishet agenda, right, that we're not talking about. And so I think that the difference when we speak on these things has to be that just like racism, right, there's an oppression factor that happens when cis people disagree, when cis people are miseducated, when cis people don't understand, and when heterosexual people don't understand that we don't have the power as LGBT folks to inflict in the same way. So there has to be a little room to speak on that.
I would just challenge the first part of what you said when you said it doesn't result in death or anything if it's a gay person against, because I do think that sometimes that internalized homophobia runs so deep that the byproduct is domestic violence in our relationships.
Touche.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that we really dig deep in, but I agree with everything that you're saying, but I just think that we have to look at that.
Yes.
I think that sometimes, if you look at the domestic violence relationships, it happens more in LGBTQ relationships than it does in heterosexual.
Correct.
Some of that is internalized homophobia. I hate that I love you or have this kind of affection for you because somewhere subconsciously, I think it's wrong for me to be gay or trans or whatever it is anyway.
And you know why? Because, bitch, when I was doing that savage challenge,
my mama slapped
my motherfucking aunt or mama, whatever shit, knocked the shit out of me and said, you get out of here with that gay ass shit. And I'm going to always say this. Women don't like down low men, but you create them every day through your kids.
Right.
You don't like that, but you create them every day through your kids. You don't like the gay, you don't like the flamboyant fags, but you create them every day through your kids. You don't like, you are a part of the problem. And hope I preach this on many sermons. Bitch, where is your place in the problem? You always complaining about the motherfucking problem, bitch. But where is your place in the fucking problem? Boosie. I always challenge Boosie. Anytime Boosie come up, I'm one of the biggest challenges to that motherfucker. What about where is your place in the fucking problem? Where your place at, nigga? Where your place, nigga? You done made gangbanging music the 99% of your life, and the nigga go to prison. What else they gonna fucking now? God damn it! You help put them there, bitch.
I have to say this, like. When I came into this community, and I often say came into this community because, again, I don't think that being gay, trans, but LGBTQ, I don't think that it's a choice. I don't think that it's a lifestyle, because a lifestyle means it's something that you've decided and you've chosen to do. So when I came into this community, because of the years that I trapped my own self in the closet, I taught myself how to do different things. I taught myself how to cheat. how to sneak, and how to lie. Not just to myself, but my friends and family, the people who love me, because I was trying to guard this secret about my sexuality. But I think what happens when we come out of the closet, we forget to reteach ourselves the things that we taught ourselves while we were locked in the closet. And we come into our friendships as LGBTQ people and in our relationships still lying about things that we can be honest about. Because we have forgotten to just change our trajectory. But then the other part of it is what I recognize, because I'm very self-reflective. I'm a Taurus. And so I realized that when I came into this community, the very first broken heart that I ever experienced was my own, when I had to admit to myself that I was gay. And I carried that broken, bleeding heart with me into every friendship, every relationship that I had. And that heart was just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and just poisoning every friendship and relationship that I had along the way, until I sutured that heart, until I stitched it up and repaired it. And now that's the person that you see now. And so when I'm in this dating thing, when people ask me all the time, well, why are you single? You're this, that, and the third. Because I run into those same broken, bleeding hearts.
That you
That I was. One, because of karmic energy, the energy that you put out, it has to come back. But then two, because there are so many of us, Black gay men, Black straight men, that do not do that self-healing work.
But my thing is, there's no space for y'all to do that work. And I think that's a huge problem as well. There isn't a space. It goes back to your point. Your very first point, Craig, is who cries for, the little Black boys?
Yeah.
Who is creating the spaces, non-toxic spaces, non-biased spaces that are for Black men, Black boys, period. Not spaces that are exclusionary, not spaces that are membership based and status based in homo and heteroerotic based, but who is creating those spaces that allows young men to come in and be whatever type of young man they are? Right. And I think that is why a lot of these guys hold that. And then when you do have it, we have some of these like they used to say back in the day, bouffale ass spaces where it's like, this is my house, but really everybody in the house fucking each other. This is my gay father, but really everybody in the house, like all of that, and so there has to be a safe space for Black men, both heterosexual, homosexual, somewhere in the middle, bisexual, to come together and talk about what it means to be a man in general, not based on your situation, but what it means to just be a Black man in America in general. Because gay, straight, or indifferent, when they shoot you down, that's all they see.
That's it.
Message.
That's it. That's it.
I just think that people just need to live in their truth. You get what I'm saying? Like, just, it's more, even though in your mind you think it's more hard for you living in your truth, but it's really easy when you just accept the fact and just know that you're different. You get what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, just embrace it. You get what I'm saying? Because, well, look, this is my sweets. Let me put my pen over here, girl. Here she go. See, she go. But I'm just saying, embrace it, because like when I was younger, people always made fun of me, and no matter how much I wanted to be different, no matter how much in my mind that I wanted to be a masculine gay, I still was gay. And I felt like if I was a masculine gay, maybe I still would be gay, but I wouldn't get picked on or made fun of as much as me being a flamboyant gay.
Is this why you fight so much?
Yeah.
Is that the reason why you fight so much?
Because it's like,
but it is, yeah.
All my life I wanted to be, I knew that I was gay, but I never wanted to be flam. You get what I'm saying? So by me being flam, and like me and Craig and Kim, when we did the key session, like by me being flam, boys always attracted to me. So I never really had to do nothing to get a boy. Most boys just came attracted to me because of my femininity.
Femininity. Thank you, Craig.
I'm gonna use flam.
Oh, you want to use a flam?
Femininity.
Okay, your flamboyancy. Your flamboyancy.
Okay.
My flamboyancy.
Making up words.
You said what?
Her flamboyancy.
He making up words.
It's that's Miss Mary's granddaughter. You know, Miss Mary make a word up in a heartbeat too.
So he gets it honestly.
So like I never want to be flamboyant. You get what I'm saying? So no matter how much I try to suppress the flamboyancy, boys always came on to me. And even some of the boys that, made fun of me was some of the boys who I end up having like later on in the hood.
I think fighting is one of those because for me, I grew up. I mean, first of all, I think I'm not sure where you're from, Craig, but I know me, Madison, and Chi-Chi, we grew up in Miami, like, and on site, on site. You know, it wasn't no thinking about it. It wasn't no.
And listen, and hope. You know, we don't give a fuck if we could beat you or not.
We gonna
or not
because bitch, we gonna windmill, stab,
everything.
We don't give a you know.
That fight was a way, like, my thing is, every school that I went, I got kicked out of 3 middle schools, expelled, because it was one of those things where when I was fighting, I wasn't fighting for the purpose of, oh, I gotta beat him up because he hit me. I was fighting for my life. Because I knew that all it took was this one ass whooping.
Right.
And once I beat his ass, nobody else would fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And so it was one of those things where it was just like, a lot of us, we deal in that way because for us, fighting is survival, but fighting is also that stamp that says that one, but not that one.
Right.
And this is why I say, bitch, I used to tell the trade, pussy nigga, listen, you whoop my ass, I'm gonna dust my wig off and I'm gonna keep going down the street and be that same punk that you jumped out the car on. But bitch, if I beat your ass, you got to wear that scarf for the rest of your life.
Every day.
So bitch, so please know that I'm going for what I know in this situation, bitch. So bitch, either leave it alone or fuck with it or fuck it up.
Murder, you know, at this point.
Kill a head and a body there.
I mean, because if you my thing is, if you have to get me this angry, this upset to attack you, bitch, I'm really going in there to really hurt you. I'm going in there to take your eye out. I'm going in there to break your neck.
Don't start about that eye shit, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, I just had eye surgery, girl, yesterday, girl.
She's sitting over there looking like a pirate.
I just had eye surgery yesterday. She want to take a bitch. She want to talk about taking out somebody's eye. Damn.
I'm going in there to hurt you because at the end of the day, they always feel that all gays are soft, all gays are pushovers.
And wait, Chi-Chi, hold that thought. This is why nobody want to attest to being gay, because they always feel that gay is a pussy, pushover. You saw,
and then they feel like
inferiority,
and they feel like if they do this to you this time, the next time it's gonna be okay, and the third time it's gonna be okay, and it's gonna be okay. So now this point, they became your bully. So now you're being bullied because of your situation. But bust a bitch in their face. It's okay for you to bust a bitch in their face when you feel threatened. It's okay for you to bust a bitch in their shit when you feel like your life is in danger. It's okay for you to knock a bitch in their shit. You get what I'm saying? Because what you gonna say, Fred?
No, I was gonna add to Hope's point. She was saying earlier that she knew she would set a precedence if she whipped his ass. But part of the other reason that aggression happens in young gay boys or young lesbians is because it's pent up feelings and emotion and hormones, and they don't have an outlet or a person that they can talk to about what they're feeling. So it's just kind of like it's bubbling up on the inside.
Yeah. So my thing is, bitch, it's okay, and that's why I'm telling people to live in your truth. And back to what Craig said when he was in the barbershop, when he was 20. You have to embrace the fact that we need more people like us, how we sit right here having this whole conversation, telling people it's okay to be you. It's okay to just go ahead and live in your truth. It's not okay to sit there and you're in a room full of straight people and you so masculine, but when the flamboyant queen come in there, now you on their side. No, bitch, that's not okay.
Correct.
Say something else. Bitch, I'm gay too. I'm masculinely gay, but bitch, I feel the same type of way.
It's because of the safety. This is what we always, it just rotates right back around to feeling safe.
And approval.
Never feel
they
safe.
Not talking, listen, they ain't talking about me, they talking about you. No, bitch.
They talking about
us.
Talking
about us.
So they always talking about us.
Everybody.
More of that, and we push more of that, I think everything will be okay.
We gotta stop with the disassociation. There's a disassociation.
We all gay. We all gay at the end of the day.
My biggest oppressors is 2 of my own, coloreds and gays.
We all gay. We all gay. We got the same part.
My biggest oppressors is my own.
So
the coloreds and gays. The first thing that's gonna meet me on the line of attack, colored.
Because you black.
Second, gay. Or either it don't have to go in no order.
It might be both of them at the same time.
It might be both of them at the same motherfucking time. The first bitch to send some shit over to a motherfucker to try to for me not to get the job is the gay bitch.
Right.
Hello?
Messy. That's all.
It's the gay one.
Living your truth, bitch. Fuck it, bitch.
Because you know why? It's challenging their safety. That's why a lot of gays don't want a lot of gays in the same. It's challenging their safety. Like I ain't, bitch, no. See, I'm able to get through it. I'm able to sit around and they tell gay jokes. What do you get when you throw hot yogurt on a gay's back? You know, you can get away with that.
Right.
You come to, hey, don't be in there making up. You get cum in your ass. That's what you get.
Oh, that's hot yogurt cum? Craig, I was lost, Craig. I
couldn't let her go on without telling me the punchline now.
You get cum in your ass. That's what you get.
Craig, I was lost.
And then you get a motherfucker like me that'll come through and break all that up. You know, people, here's what I'm understanding. And this
I want to say something too. When you
people are afraid of change. They don't change, challenges them.
Correct.
It challenges them to think outside of the normal situations of what they're normally used to. I hate to hear people say that LBGT got an agenda because we want to be a part of television and film and things like that. I hate it because you got to think just 50 years ago, 50, 60 years ago, they didn't want your colored ass on TV either because bitch, they didn't want your black ass influencing their kids that it's okay to be black.
Right.
Message. I get sick of them overlooking that. And then I hate them saying, well, you can't equate sexuality to race. Oppression is oppression, girl.
Period.
And the sin is the sin,
Period.
girl.
Oppression is discrimination is discrimination, girl.
No matter how much you look at it, girl.
No matter how you try to separate, bitch, just because the egg brown and the egg white don't mean it ain't an egg.
Period.
When you go in the store, you got the option to buy white eggs or brown eggs, but they eggs.
Some you hoes like brown.
But to speak on, my thing is to speak on that is to speak on how Black people have power, which is something that we don't like to admit in our space, right? We don't like the idea to speak on the fact that there is a space in which Black people do have power, but that's also a space of oppression amongst people who they deem as lower individuals, right? It's just like the reason that we don't speak on a lot of this shit that goes on when people are getting killed left and right is because then we would have to speak on how Black men are most of the people that are doing that. It goes to have the Black on Black crime conversation, which we don't want to have because our goal right now is to protect Black men, right? And so we can't hold them accountable and protect them at the same time as according to the social standard of right now, which is bullshit. We can do both, right? But people don't want to do that. And so therefore, we'd rather not talk about it. We leave that where it is and we move on to the next thing.
And to add to that, it's the reason that the Black church doesn't have conversations around sexuality or HIV, AIDS, because I believe the Black church really could have had could have been a major force. And I'm not saying before you get to type in the comments, I'm not saying that there aren't churches that have HIV ministries and that talk about it. But in terms of church body, the Black church really could have been a force in stopping the numbers in the Black community. And
definitely.
In the Black community, because 80% of Black folks believe in a higher power. 80%
definitely
believe in a higher power. But conversations about sexuality would have led to conversations about premarital sex, and the church itself would have had to wholeheartedly admit, oh, we got this wrong about this sexuality thing. Because I've said this for years. Eddie Long, God rest his soul, but that was a teachable moment. Like if he had literally stood up on that pulpit over there in Newark and told them, you know what, I do have a thing for young boys. Mm-hmm. And he had this whole thing wrong about sexuality. If he had done it, if James Cleveland had done it, and some of these other people that are living right now, which I'm not going to say because I don't need them trying to sue me.
Well, text it to me so I can say it.
For my little book money.
Send it to me so I can text it.
All right, let me text you.
Text him and our motherfuckers
dead, Chris. Text it, Chris.
But listen, when you text it, I'm going to say it. And here go, Alicia Scott, let me challenge you real quick because I know you said you're saying this only because I said about discrimination amongst gay and LGBT. So this lets me know
right now
what type of person that you know, people like you think. You think that, okay, well, just because, you know, gay people are telling you we can't get in housing either, because if they get the inkling that you're gay, you can only suppress it for so long. Your lover gonna come in the house with you. Your two husbands are gonna come home. The bitch across the street is gonna say, I seen you, because you left the blinds open, bitch. You forgot to close your shades last night.
Period.
So what we saying, so don't try to sit up here and act like discrimination, not discrimination, because you can't change the color of your skin. Bitch, you can't change your sexual orientation either. Just brings us back around to BOOSIE. I don't give a fuck how many times the boys get their dick sucked. If they gonna be phased, that's what they gonna be.
Right.
That's it. And you can't change that. You can't change that.
I don't care how much you dancing down there to the dance club with pussy everywhere. If they don't want to see that motherfucking shit, bitch, they gonna end up going down the line. This and listen, y'all. God almost said I don't give a fuck. Okay, listen to me. This how AIDS still spreading. This how so many all them DL fears that you got. Oh my God, all there because you're raising it. The Bible say train up a child in the way they should go, honey.
Message.
You're putting it right on in them because you're knocking the shit upside their head. You're sitting over there screaming, telling them they burning in hell and all this stuff, and they're keeping this shit suppressed in their system and going out of here, moving away. Next thing you know, they got 100 kids, bitch, and they got 2 boyfriends, bitch, that you don't know about. Then
on the side.
Thank the Lord, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost for the smart people in our community that did create a PrEP and PEP so that the numbers of AIDS have dropped.
Shout out to PrEP.
In our community, the numbers done dropped, and that we are able to have the disease and that epidemic under control. You know, control a bit. But bitch, this is how the spread of the shit go on because you come home with something.
But let me tell you something. You're absolutely right. You can't change the color of your skin, right? But you can control how you treat people as a result of who they are. And so you might be right. Let's just say we're going to run with whatever y'all have to say as it pertains to the small-minded thinking and in-the-box thinking, right? While you cannot control the color of somebody's skin, I think every single person on here is Black, and we're also a part of the LGBT community. And while we can't control our Blackness, what we can control and what you guys should control is the way that you treat us based on how you feel about one aspect of who we are as human beings. My transness, Maddie's transness, Chi and Craig being gay, that is one aspect of who we are as people. And based on that one aspect of who we are as people, some of you guys think that we are less than dirt and should be treated as such. And what do white people think based on that one aspect of you being Black? That you are less than dirt and you should be treated as such. And there's something in that y'all have to think about, but y'all don't want to think about the correlations in that because it makes Black people think about ways in which they have power that they don't want to admit that they have because that power is inherently wrong. And y'all got to open up and admit that shit. We got to talk through it, but we can't act like it's not happening because it is.
Message.
Craig, you want to read this comment before I read which preacher you text me?
Yeah, this is how the oppression Olympics work. Black folk can't equate race and sexuality because they can't fight on 2 fronts at the same time, especially when they justify oppression using the Bible.
What you take of that comment?
Well, I mean, basically with what he's saying. Black folks can't. There it is, right there. In that sense, is Black folk can't equate race with sexuality because they can't fight on 2 fronts. It's like you can fight for both. You can fight for both, but it's like they don't want to see one over the other. It's like they have to choose one.
They don't want to. There's a necessary need to see LGBT and especially Black men who are gay as less than. And so to fight for both of those things at the same time empowers and emboldens LGBT gay men. But let me tell y'all something. There are some of y'all that are sitting on here right now that are rolling your eyes and sucking your teeth at these points, but you have a gay best friend that just paid your rent. There are some of y'all that are rolling your eyes and sucking your teeth, but you have a gay best friend that takes care of all your children's needs at the beginning of the school year when your baby daddy is nowhere to be found. There's some of y'all that are rolling your eyes and sucking your teeth, but your trans homegirl is the one that lays your wig for you to go strip at the strip club so you can make ends meet for your family. There's some of y'all that are rolling your eyes and sucking your teeth at these ideologies, but when you got pregnant, you needed that abortion money, your trans homegirl was the one that went down there to the
your punk friend
and got you to hook up. So I think that there has to be some sort of connection when it comes down to what it is and how valuable we are as Black people to this movement and to the things that happen within the community. Some of y'all would be lost without your gay besties and your trans sisters and your gay brothers and all these people. A lot of y'all are still lost without them. Some of y'all some of y'all, the only male figure that you've known in your life that has been positive is a gay Black man, and the only thing you is dick. And I mean, I really think that it's upsetting sometimes when we have these arguments and when we have these talkbacks and people are negating the importance of LGBT culture within the Black community. Because without us, a lot of these words and slay and sis, y'all wouldn't be saying that stuff without us. A lot of these lace fronts and the way that y'all do y'all brows and y'all makeup wouldn't evolve without us. A lot of the ways and the lingos and the way that y'all dress. Do y'all understand that behind every well-dressed Black woman and Black man, there's some queen somewhere sitting down with his legs crossed and a cute haircut? Come on now. And we've got to be cognizant of that. Stop trying to erase people from the culture and embrace it and let people know and remind people that somebody Black, regardless of what else they have going on, somebody Black did that. And I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Let's have those conversations instead of having the oppression Olympics, because that is what it is. But let's have the conversation about how everybody in the Black community is winning the gold, right? And stop giving each other bullshit ass medals just so you can say that, oh, we talked about it a little bit. Let's have that, you know? I'm over it. I really be over the exclusionary piece.
Go ahead, Craig.
I just got some people here and we about to tape a podcast. But listen, this was amazing. I just followed you on IG. Madison, I'll talk to you later. Chi-Chi, I'll talk to you later. That was great.
All right, Craig, tell everybody bye. We about to close out anyway in the next 3 minutes. All right, Craig, call me when you're done.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. All right.
I hope I love you.
We had a good, this is a good session. I would have opened it up, but I don't want to get I want people to watch the video and ponder over it and put it in the comment section. And then what we'll do is we'll pick this back up. You get what I'm saying? Because I want to watch this. I want to watch this BOOSIE thing real close because I want to see how many motherfuckers is gonna be over there, which we already know.
Agreed.
You know, you got the ignorant bitches that be over there, and I know another ignorant hoe gonna be on their live praising that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they supposed to get their dick sucked. And you know, you already know an ignorant bitch gonna be on there with the bullshit.
Correct.
So, you know, it is what it is, but it's just like these types of conversations get taken out, and even though they claim they don't be watching, they be watching.
Period.
You know, they watch stuff like this and they see things like this and they, you know, they learn from stuff or they debate it in their mind. Like somebody's going to be having a debate in their mind or they're going to look at it. Somebody say, what is the BOOSIE supposed to be doing? Hold on for y'all. The topic of our conversation was this for those that are coming in late. This is why we were so adamant about it. You know, this was our topic right here. And I'm going to play the sound from it. And we're going to leave you all with y'all thoughts on it.
Fucking shit out here. I'm training them boys right. Ask in my nephew. Ask in ask my son. Yeah. They 12, 13, they got hit. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hell yeah, I got my fucking son dick sucked. You fucking right. Yes, a grown woman.
The nasty woman.
Grown, super grown. Super grown. Checked his ass out. Checked all my nephews out. Super grown. She grown. She checked me out. I know what the fuck she did to him. She checked me out, that bitch.
Damn.
I'm getting them prepared, man.
You know that was gonna happen to me when I was young.
My thing is, what you getting prepared for, Boosie?
Right.
What you preparing them
I'm
for?
finna
What is you preparing them for?
I'm finna tell you because when I was younger, and now that you play that again, like that, what my brother and them wanted to do to me, and I was like, bitch,
Well, I mean, my
not,
granddaddy too. My granddaddy was like,
but
"Boy, you don't want to get you no pussy. You don't want to.
no,
Yeah, no.
I don't give a fuck." And listen, but at the end of the day, that's still molestation at the end of the day, but most people don't see it. Most people don't still see it like that for the boy perspective. Most boys like, okay, we're gonna break the boy in, but that's still molestation. You know what I'm saying? Like that's still like it still ain't right. And when you play it again, like bitch, that happened to me when I was younger. Like my family members tried to do that to me, and I'm like
why you want to put like
I'm not interested. That she cute, but me and her ain't got nothing in common.
Yeah, like
she look nice.
So you gonna force my dick to get, and then you gonna force my dick to get hard, and then Boosie sitting over there saying she checked me out. Grown, I'm talking about grown that woman, man.
Right.
Grown, like you sound crazy even sitting on there, bitch. Do you know they done locked R. Kelly up? You think you motherfucking you invincible?
Disgusting.
They came and picked the cake up.
I don't even like being in the same club as my mama, let alone the same person. You got me fucked up. That is nasty.
What I look like, a bitch in there topping my mama off, and then you sending them in there to me. What kind of shit is that?
We don't have shit like
now,
that.
Wait a minute, now. But we was grown.
We were grown though.
Yeah.
And it was all about those.
We were grown. You were grown. I was grown. He was grown.
Right.
Bitch, you your damn show wasn't no teenager.
But
I hate you.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
I hate both of you.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I pray on Boosie, and I pray when they lock his ass up, bitch, he don't get caught up in the cell with motherfucking Herbert in there, a big black nigga named Herbert.
Yeah, girl. All right, y'all. We done had a good day. Hope, don't you go nowhere. Hope, give these people a shout out where you at. If y'all felt Hope, y'all throw Hope $1 or $2 through the cash app. Hope, put your cash app down there. Let them give you $1 or something. Give them $1 or $2, child. $1 for your knowledge, bitch. Y'all over there giving Jill Scott them what am I supposed to do? You put it in there.
So I just dropped my cash app in the comments. You can follow me everywhere on all social media at Hope Disguised. It is all one word. My cash app is $ Hope Giselle. And literally you can Google me if you forget. It's Hope Giselle, and all of my social media will pop up. And I thank y'all so much. I saw some of the comments. I saw mostly positive comments. I saw some people who challenged me back, and I'm gonna watch this back and think about some of the comments that y'all gave me to reflect on, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Maddie.
You're welcome.
I need you, Hope. We need to get together soon. I'll text you.
Yeah, but Hope, thank you for coming through. You know, I felt like that you would be good for me to talk about this situation with, because I'm always, and I don't want Boosie to think, because I actually like Boosie music. I don't want him to think. I just want him to know he's an ignorant motherfucker, and that it could be broken. His ignorance can be broken. Like, even I can go back and say, Master, I done did and said some ignorant shit, and I done been on the opposing side too. You understand what I'm saying? I done been on this because I felt safe and comfortable. Like, you got find out where you at in the problem.
Yes.
Find out in the problem. I've been saying every time I talk about him, where the fuck is you at in the problem? When you find out where you at in the problem, then you can get to working on the bitch.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Factual.
All right, Hope, don't go nowhere because we got to close it out. All right, hold on, Hope. Let me see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do thank y'all for tuning in to the morning show. I know a lot of y'all asking me what happened to my eye. I had an eye procedure. I had it. Girl, bitch, please. Bitch, we've been with me for days, bitch, and I still unscathed. Bitch, no, you ain't with this pen. You ain't the pen there. What's up? Put the motherfucker down and get me mad. Wait a minute, bitch. Bitch, I'm calling the police, bitch. I'm a white woman. Hello. Hi, Kelly. This is Kelly. I am hot and white. I'm 51. I'm 51. I've been attacked by a black man, and he's dead and flamboyant. Oh, bitch, they come with the fire truck. They're gonna hose me down. Oh, Craig texted me. Donnie McClurkin, Kirk Franklin, Hezekiah Walker, and Shirley Caesar. We'll definitely talk about that stuff soon. I'm so sick of sisters.
I'm so sick of sisters.
Y'all throw hope about a dollar or two if y'all felt it. You know, we don't ask for much. We had a good time. We don't ask for much. We don't really ask for shit. But you know, you feel like if it's on your spirit, child.
God moves you.
You know. All right. I love you guys so much. And I'll talk with y'all later on this evening. What's today? Wednesday? We're gonna do you want to smoke tomorrow? I may come back later on tonight. Who's to say? Y'all see how Chicha be over here abusing me? Hope you
abusing the
hope you see how Chicha be over here abusing me.
I see the fifth. I'm legally blind. I am legally blind.
Abusing me like this, abusing me. Hope any
I'm
last
legally
words?
blind.
You done said all your last words.
I done said everything I have to say. Treat people the way you want to be treated. End of story.
Message.
All right.
Hope I'm gonna text you later.
Hold on.
All right,
Hope.
you.
Hold on, Hope. All right, y'all. It was good. We had a good time. Patreons, I may see y'all later on today.
Oh,
Jesus, see how this whole trying. I may see y'all later on today, honey. You know, I'm gonna drop some drops in my eye, honey. You know, my eye is very sensitive to light right now. So you probably see this patch on my eye for a couple of days.
For real. For real.
Whole. I'm sick of this whole trash.
Oh my God, you trying to kill my motherfucking baby?
No, you hit a hoe in their nuts, they'll get right. All right, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Not God today.